Students, yesterday I given questions na. 2 questions I given.
Yes.
What is the question number 1? What is question number 1, ma? Question
Sir,
number
calculate the wavelength of light emitted when electron jumps from n to, sir, from n is equal to 4 to n is equal to 2 level.
what is the answer for that?
86. Sir, 486 nanometers, sir.
Angstroms, 4863 angstroms, not nanometer. 486.3 na. Okay. 48.63 means that is minus 8 centimeter means angstrom, that is.
Sir, I got
angstrom is 10 power minus.
Sir, I got 4.86 into 10 to the power minus 5.
Minus 5. Minus 6, minus 7, minus 8. Minus 8 means 1 angstrom na. 10 power minus 8 centimeter means how many angstroms? 1 angstrom is equal to how many centimeters?
10 to the power minus 8.
Okay na, angstroms. Very good. Students, those who didn't, please check your answers. Formula, what is the formula? Nu bar is equal to R into 1 by N1 square minus 1 by N2 square. Isn't it? Nu bar is equal to R value, you please take as this 109677 into 1 by 2 square minus 1 by 4 square. So if you simplify that, you will get how much you will get? Final answer is 4.863 into 10 power. Final answer, first you will get nu bar value. So nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda. Lambda is equal to 1 by nu bar. So final answer you will get 4.863 into 10 power minus 5 centimeter. Up to that enough. Or if you want to convert it into angstroms, you can convert it. That is 4863 into 4863 angstroms. Okay, na? That is the answer for first question. What is the second question? Second
In
question.
hydrogen atom, electron jumps from
Wave number, wavelength.
Yes, sir.
Wave number, wavelength and energy associated with electron jumps from 4th orbit to 1st orbit. That only a question. What is the wave number you get first? 9.73 into 102 822 centimeter inverse you will get.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Yes, sir.
Students, compulsory you have to do more. Please don't neglect. Please don't neglect given homework. Compulsory you have to do. Wave number. If you know wave number, we can calculate wavelength. Nu bar is equal to 1 by lambda. Clear?
972 angstroms.
And so you will get 9.73 into 10 power minus 6 centimeter. Alva? Illandre
9.727 we got, sir.
9.727 means 73. 9.73 into 10 power minus 6 centimeter. Illandre 973 angstroms. 9729. 239 something we are telling na. That is.
Yes, sir.
Next, energy. Energy you will get E is equal to H nu or E is equal to Hc by lambda. Okay na? You please substitute H value in
2.04 into 10 to the power minus 20 I got, sir.
27. 6.626 into 10 power minus 27. Why? Because here we are getting centimeter inverse na. So centimeter inverse means you have to take H value in ergs, C value in centimeter. Okay na? Already 9.73 into 10 power minus 6 we are taking na. So that's why energy will get final answer 2.40 into 10 power minus 11 ergs. I think you are taken wrong conversions. Abhay.
Yes, sir.
H value what you are taken? H
Sir, I
value.
took 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34.
Let me complete. H value if you take in ergs. C value we have to take in centimeter. Wavelength we have to take in centimeter. Clear? These are the conditions. H value in hertz, C value in centimeter, lambda in centimeter. C value in centimeter per second, lambda value you have to take in centimeter. You will get correct relations. If you take H value in joules, C value in centimeter, you will get given answer correct only, but powers you will get wrong. So that's why answer is 2.403 into 10 power minus 11 hertz. So please check this one. Okay, leave it, that one. Next one, Bohr's model of hydrogen atom. Bohr's model of hydrogen atom. Students, do you know anything about Bohr's model, Bohr's atomic model, Niels Bohr atomic model? Any idea?
Sir, he divided the subshells that n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2. That.
Do you have in your lower classes Bohr's atomic model?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, listen. Now we will discuss. First explanation, later we write. Please listen, no? Very simple. You can learn now itself in this class, Bohr's atomic model. According to Bohr's atomic model, first postulate, no? According to Bohr's atomic model, electrons revolve around the nucleus in a circular path. How electrons revolve around the nucleus? Electrons revolve around the nucleus in a circular path. So these paths are shells. So these paths are called orbits or shells. These paths are called what? Orbits or shells. These orbits or shells we can represent it by using numbers. That is equal to n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, or n is equal to 3, or n is equal to 4, or k, l, m, n, and so on. So how these shells or orbits represented? We can represent these shells or orbit by using numbers or alphabeticals. That is K, L, M, N. Correct? That is the first postulate. What is the first postulate, student? According to Bohr's atomic model, electrons revolve around the nucleus in a which path?
Circular path.
Electrons revolve around the nucleus in a circular path. Okay, na? These circular paths are called what? Orbits or shells. So how these orbits or shells represented? These orbits or shells represented by using numbers or by using alphabets. That is K, L, M, strong capital letters. Okay, na? That is the first postulate. Second postulate: as long as electron revolves around the nucleus, as long as electrons revolve around the nucleus, it neither absorbs nor radiates energy. Electron, whenever revolving around the nucleus, say for example, this is a nucleus, these are orbits. Suppose here electron is revolving around the nucleus. Whenever this electron is revolving around the nucleus, it does not absorb any energy, as well as it does not releases an energy. So that's why these orbits or shells are called stationary orbits or stationary shells. Stationary orbits are stationary shells. That is the second point. Stationary. What are stationary orbits or stationary shells? As long as electron revolve around the nucleus, its energy remains constant. So that's why these are called what? Remains constant means it does not absorb energy, it does not radiates energy. So that's why these are called stationary orbits or stationary shells. Clear, students? That is the second point. Stationary orbit, stationary shell, second point. First one, circular paths. Second one, stationary orbiter, stationary shell. Next, third postulate. What is the third postulate? Very simple third postulate. Suppose by any means If electron is jumping from lower energy level to higher energy level, say for example, it is moving from n is equal to 1 to n is equal to 2. Electron move agide anta. N is equal to 1 and n is equal to 2. What happens when electron jumps from lower orbit to higher orbit? It gains energy. It absorbs energy. Similarly, when electron jumps from higher orbit to lower orbit, it releases energy. It releases energy. Say for example, this is n is equal to 1, this is n is equal to 2. So this is E1, this is E2. So how can you say energy difference? Energy difference that is E2 minus E1 is equal to E2 minus E1 is equal to H nu. That is H nu means what? Delta E2 minus E1 means nothing but what? Delta E. This delta E is equal to Planck's constant. That is H nu. What is delta E? Energy difference between these two shells. Energy difference between these two shells we can represent it as E2 minus E1. E2 minus E1 is equal to H nu. E2 minus E1 is equal to H nu. What is E2? Energy of higher orbit. E1 is equal to energy of lower orbit. When electron jumps from lower orbit to higher orbit, energy is absorbed. Similarly, when electron jumps from higher orbit to lower orbit, energy is released. This energy difference we can represent it as E2 minus E1 is equal to H nu. E2 minus E1 means energy difference only. Energy difference between higher shell, energy difference between lower shell. The difference generally is called in chemistry delta. Delta means difference. Delta E is called what? Difference. Difference in energy that is represented with the H nu. So what is the H? H is here called Planck's constant. Nu is called what? Nu is called what? Frequency. Frequency of radiation. Frequency of radiation. Okay, na? So this is the third point. Next, what is the fourth point? Very important point. That is, say every electron or every moving body has two types of momentums. What are the two types of momentums? Do you know? One is linear momentum. Another one is angular momentum. What is linear momentum? If a body moves in a linear path, in a straight line path, such type of bodies have linear momentum. If a body moves in a circular path, such type of bodies have angular momentum. Here, electron has which type of momentum according to Bohr's atomic model? Linear momentum or angular momentum? Students, here electron is revolve around the nucleus in which momentum? Circular path or straight line path?
Circular path.
Circular path means it contains which type of momentum?
Angular.
Angular momentum. So that's why the Niels Bohr calculated angular momentum of electron present in a orbit. So that angular momentum is calculated by using the MVR is equal to NH by 2pi. MVR is equal to NH by 2pi. What is M? M means mass of electron. V means velocity of electron. R means radius of orbit. Mass of electron, velocity of electron, radius of orbit. So for that, he calculated angular momentum by using this relation, that is NH by 2pi. NH by 2pi. MVR is equal to NH by 2pi. So by using this formula, he quantized angular momentum of electron. Quantized means calculated how much amount of angular momentum is present if electron is present in so and so orbit. So he did that experiment first time. So that's why it is the great advantage of Niels Bohr atomic model. Next, how Niels Bohr atomic model overcomes the failure of Rutherford atomic model. What is the major failure in Rutherford atomic model? In Rutherford atomic model, he told when according to classical physics, if any charged particle rotates around the nucleus, after some time, it loses its energy, it falls into the nucleus and atoms should be collapsed. But atoms are not collapsing. So that's why to overcome that postulate, he proposed this rule. This rule means whenever electron revolve around the nucleus, it does not absorb energy, it does not radiate energy. So neither nor. So that's why he overcomes that postulate like this. Okay, no? Next, he calculated angular momentum of electron. So angular momentum of electron, how he calculated? By using mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. mvr is equal to nh by 2 pi. M is what? M is what? M is equal to mass of electron. V,
velocity of electron.
velocity of electron. R,
Radius of the orbit.
radius of electron alla, radius of orbit. Electron radius iralla. Okay na?
Sir,
Radius
orbit.
of orbit. Next, H, Planck's constant.
Planck's constant.
N is equal to E, number. Okay na? What is that number? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Orbit numbers supper. N is equal to.
Yes, sir.
Suppose he asked what is the angular momentum of electron in fourth orbit. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ತಗೋಬೇಕಪ್ಪ? 4h by 2 pi. 4h by 2 pi ಮಾಡಿ 2h by pi
Yes, sir.
ಆ ತರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Suppose if you take 5, fifth orbit, 5 by 200, 2.5 h by pi, 2.5 h by 5. If you take 6,
3h by pi.
ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? As the number of shell increases, angular momentum is increases or decreases?
Increases, sir.
Suppose if you take first shell, what you will get? 0.5. If you take second shell, h by 2 pi, h by pi. If you take third shell, 3 by 2. If you take fourth shell, 4 by 2, like that. So that's why that electron energy be quantized. Quantized means calculated. Okay, no? So every moving particle has two types of velocities. Na? What are they? Angular velocity and
Linear velocity.
linear velocity. Angular momentum, linear momentum. So linear momentum is possible for which type of bodies? Linear momentum is possible if bodies are moves in linear
Straight line.
Okay, na? Straight line or linear motion, such type of bodies have linear momentum. Here electron is revolve around the nucleus, so that's why such type of electrons have angular momentum. Okay, na? Clear,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Please write down postulates. Any doubts in postulates?
No doubt, sir.
Okay.
No doubt, sir.
Once I want to ask a few important points in Bohr's atomic model. Please remember. So, how electron revolves around the nucleus according to Bohr's atomic model?
In circular path.
Electron revolves around the nucleus in a circular path. Okay, na? That's the first point. How these circular paths are represented? These circular paths are represented by
Numbers or alphabets.
Consecutive integer.
numbers are
Alphabets.
Alphabets.
alphabets. Very good. Next, as long as electron revolve around the nucleus, what about its energy?
It does not radiate energy or it does not absorb
Absorbs
energy.
energy.
You can say constant. So these orbits are called what?
Stationary orbit.
Stationary orbits.
Stationary shells are stationary orbits. Shell, orbit, both are same. No need to confuse. Okay. Na? Next, when electron jumps from lower to higher, what happens? Energy is how to supply. That means energy is absorbed by electron. If electron jumps from higher to lower, what
Energy
happens?
is emitted.
Energy is released.
Released.
Released in the form of radiation. So that we can calculate by using this formula. E2 minus E1 is equal to H-nu. So E2 minus E1 is called what? Energy difference between two shells.
Delta E.
E2 means here not only, say for example, not only second shell. If we take fifth shell or fourth shell, you will get a difference only in energy. So that difference energy we can calculate it by using delta E. Delta E is equal to H-nu. Clear, children?
Clear, sir.
Please write down.
Sir.
Make it fast. Bohr's proposed his atomic model. Bohr's proposed his atomic model based on Bohr's proposed is atomic model based on Planck's quantum theory. Bohr's proposed is atomic model based on Planck's quantum theory. Lydia John came. Lydia John,
Yes, sir.
are you following, ma?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Next, ma, postulates. Postulates. First one. Electrons revolve around the nucleus. Electrons revolve around the nucleus in circular paths. Electrons revolve around the nucleus in circular path. Continuation. No? These circular paths are called orbits. Or shells. These circular paths are called orbits or shells. Next point, ma. These orbits or shells are represented by 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 are KLMN. Draw this one. 1, 2, 3, 4 are KLMN. So just write numbers, no need to write any. 1, 2, 3, 4 are KLMN. Aitama? This diagram. Next point, no? As long as electron revolves around the nucleus in a certain orbits, as long as electron revolves around the nucleus in a certain orbits, its energy remains constant. Its energy remains constant. These orbits are called stationary orbits. These orbits are called stationary orbits or stationary shells. Stationary orbits or stationary shells. Pawan, yes, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Rajwal,
Yes, sir.
Prithviraj, Shivani, Sharma, Sharma, Gangadhar, Vinay Gangadhar.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, stationary orbits, stationary shells completed, Amar. Next, another one, no? This one. What is this one? How can you say this point? When an electron jumps from lower orbit to higher orbit, an electron jumps from lower orbit to higher orbit, energy is absorbed. Energy is absorbed, and an electron jumps from higher orbit to lower orbit. Lower to higher, energy is absorbed. An electron jumps from higher orbit to lower orbit, energy is emitted. Energy is emitted. Full stop. The energy difference is given. The energy difference is given by the formula delta E is equal to, sorry, by the formula E2 minus C1 is equal to H mu, or delta E is equal to H mu. Okay. E2 minus C1 is equal to H mu, or delta E is equal to H mu. What is E2, ma? E2 means what? Energy of higher orbit.
Higher orbit.
Energy of lower
Lower
orbit.
orbit. Okay. Next. This one, no? Right? The electron revolves in the orbit. The electron revolves in the orbit whose angular momentum is equal to nh by 2 pi. The electron revolves in the orbit whose angular momentum is equal to nh by 2 pi. nh by 2 pi. And it is given by the expression. Write this formula and these terms as it is now.
It's completed. Next one. Failures or limitations. First point, it is only applicable for single electron species. It is only applicable for single electron species. Write in bracket H. H has a single electron, He plus, Li2 plus, Be3 plus, like that. He plus, Li2 plus, Be3 plus. Next. It fails to explain Zeeman effect and Stark effects. Zeeman effect and Stark effect. So what is the Zeeman effect, Stark effect? Okay. So next line diagram. The splitting of spectral lines in the presence of magnetic field. The splitting of spectral lines in the presence of magnetic field is called Zeeman effect. I will explain this. Next, the splitting of spectral lines in the presence of electric field is called Stark effect. Splitting of spectral lines in the presence of magnetic field, splitting of spectral lines in the presence of electric field. With magnetic field is electric field. Okay. So, what are spectral lines? Day before yesterday, we discussed line spectrum of hydrogen. Line spectrum of hydrogen has how many lines? Lyman series, Balmer series, Paschen bracket, Fund. These are different spectral lines we have now. So, how these spectral lines are splitting in the presence of electric field? How these lines are splitting in the presence of magnetic field? He cannot explain. That spectral lines are again splitting in the electric field and magnetic field, but it cannot be explained by Bohr's atomic model. So these are the failures of Bohr's atomic model. Failures of Bohr's atomic model. Next, last point. It cannot explain ability of atoms. It cannot explain ability of atoms. It cannot explain ability of atoms to form molecules. To form molecules by chemical bonds. Form molecules by chemical bonds. Ability of atoms to form molecules by chemical bonds. So this is about the Bohr's atomic model. Next, what are the advantages of Bohr's atomic model? Please remember the important advantages of Bohr's atomic model are we can calculate energy of orbit, that is energy of electron in the nth orbit, velocity of electron in the nth orbit, and radius of orbit. We can calculate by using Bohr's atomic model. So these are the important advantages of Bohr's atomic model. Actually, we don't have derivations in our syllabus for energy, radius, and velocity. Direct formulas you have to remember. Direct formulas. If you remember that formulas, you can solve easily the questions. Easy, very easy problems. You can write down side heading. Radius of orbit. Yeah. Direct formulas. R is equal to 0.53 into n square. Formula R is equal to 0.53. 5 to 9 irutte. 5 to 9 means round figure 53. 0.53 into n square angstroms. In angstroms, this is the formula. R is equal to 0.53 into n square. So here radius is directly proportional to orbit or not according to this formula.
Yes, sir.
Directly, andre as the size increases,
Radius.
also increases, na?
Yes, sir.
First shell, second shell, third shell, fourth shell. This is L value. As the L value increases, R value also increases. So, R is equal to 0.53 into n square. Formula. R is equal to 0.53 into n square. Next, this is in what? This is in angstroms. What about nanometers? So 0.053. 0.053 into n square. This is in nanometer. R is equal to 53 into n square in picometer. 53 into n square in picometer. Hey, it is similar alva. 0 angstrom nanometer difference 10 power minus 9 to 10 power minus 10 only, na? So that's why you will get this relation. Angstrom picometer difference 10 power minus 2 difference. So that's why you will get this relation. Okay. This is the radius for hydrogen-like species. R is equal to 0.53 into N square by Z. So hydrogen like species means He plus Li2 plus Be3 plus etc. So here Z is equal to atomic number. Z is equal to atomic number. This is in angstroms. So nanometers means if you want to apply this formula, picometers means you want to apply this formula, you get these relations. So I will explain tomorrow problems based on these, all these properties. So please write on this. Actually, we have derivation for this. Derivation we no need to require. Why? Because if we discuss the derivation for everything, atomic structure required 1 or 2 months. If we discuss atomic structure in 1 or 2 months, what about remaining units? This is the derivation part actually now. So what is there in NCERT book? Directly I am telling that one. Actually, you don't have in NCERT book these radius also. You can check your NCERT book. But I am telling in order wise. What is the first? What we will get next? What we will get next? Like that. Next month. Energy of electron. Energy of electron. Okay, E is equal to minus 13.6 by M square electron volts. Minus 13.6 by electron volts. What is the relation between energy and the orbit? As the orbit value increases, energy
decreases.
That relations at least you have to remember. So E is equal to minus 13.6 by M square electron volts. Lamre E is equal to minus 2.18 into 10 power minus 11. 2.18 into 10 power minus 11 by N square X. E is equal to minus 2.18 into 10 power 7 difference minus 18. Minus 18 by N square joules. Okay. E is equal to this, right? Minus 1312 by N square. Kilojoule per mole. Minus 1312 by N square. E is equal to minus 313.6 by N square. Kilocalorie per mole. Okay. Next, mainly this one is useful. Electron volts important. Next, energy of electron. for hydrogen like species. E is equal to minus 13.6 by x square into z square into z square upon. Or ಇದು electron volts or for hydrogen like species En is equal to minus C1 by n square into z square. This is enough. Next one. Velocity of electron. Completed this?
Yes, sir.
Last one, velocity of electron. So better to maintain tomorrow objective materials also. Any possibility is there, I will explain problems from your objective material. Otherwise, Friday I will explain. Velocity of electron, V is equal to 2.18 into 10 power 8 centimeter per second. Centimeter per second, 2.18 into 10 power 8 by 10 centimeter per second. In meters, can you say? In meters, how much in meters?
10 power 10.
ಇವಾಗ velocity of light ಎಷ್ಟಪ್ಪ in meters?
3 into 10 power 8.
Centimeters?
3 into 10 power 10.
ಯಾವುದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನಂಬರ್?
Meters. Centimeter, sir.
10 power 10 ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ. ಇವಾಗ ಇದು ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೀಟರ್ 2.18 into 10 power 6 ಅಲ್ವಾ ಬರೋದು?
Yes, sir.
ಅದು ನಾಟ್ 10 power 10 ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So V is equal to 2.18 into 10 power 6 meter per second. Inverse ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪರ್ ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಇನ್ವರ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಕಾರ 10 power 10 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಆ ತರ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. For hydrogen atom, Vn is equal to V1 by N. What is Vn? Velocity of nth orbit. V1, velocity of first orbit. Andre, see, I have shell number, third shell. I know velocity of first orbit. Is it possible to calculate velocity of that orbit? It is possible, no? Velocity of first orbit is so and so. calculate velocity of electron in the 7th orbit. You will take here that value. You will take v1 value that one. You will get velocity of 10th orbit. Okay, na? Idu. For hydrogen-like species, into Z, that's all. Vn is equal to V1 by N into Z. So Z means atomic number. Okay, now students. So this is about completely Bohr's atomic model. In the next class, related problems we will discuss. Okay, na? Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Yes, sir. Kap.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you.